Hey, it's AB.Marley here.
And it's your girl Nevaeh.
Woo woo. Hey, if you're new here, welcome.
And if you are not,
welcome back. Hey.
All right, y'all. So, see, this is a conversation we have every time, but we have to do this. I'm sorry.
Yes.
You know, you already know what it is. You already know.
Come on,
we're gonna need y'all to what?
Come on, say it with me.
To what?
Say
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Yes.
Comment. Like. Share.
Below.
Do that.
Hey.
Do that. Alright, for real though, y'all. We're gonna really need y'all to subscribe and like, comment, and share because we like doing this.
This is a lot of fun. And honestly, you guys, our show is always going to be about positive reinforcements to get your mindset to do things better for yourself and for others that you surround yourself with.
Not just that, just for you to love yourself.
Yes, love yourself.
Love thyself. Okay.
Jackson 5 says, enjoy yourself.
That's the most important. Loving yourself and learning how to let others love you the way they should.
Yes, exactly.
Not the way how they envision they should, but the way how they're supposed to. And on that note, we out.
Be back. Happy Mindset Mondays, everybody. It's your brother from another mother.
And your sister from another mister, because you know,
Papa was a rolling stone. Hey.
All right, y'all. It is, Monday.
To get that mindset right.
Right. All right, y'all. So today's letter is D.
D word is for, no, wait.
By we mean dare.
Yes.
Not truth or dare, though. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, we could be.
Maybe could be truth or dare. All right, AB, tell us what that means.
There can be different meanings to it, but one is you're daring yourself. Oh, I can't use that as a definition. Never mind, I forgot the definition.
You can't dare. You can't. Dare. That's giving an example.
I know. That's how I stopped myself. I was giving an example.
Daring is basically you going out on a limb, doing something, and you don't know whether or not it's going to work, but you go ahead and do it without fear.
Yes.
Basically, you're doing anything without fear.
You can still do a dare and be in fear.
You can, but in order for you to do it, you got to have some type of fearlessness.
Well, I would call it, it could be stupidity, confidence.
It could be a whole lot.
Yeah.
Basically, a dare is basically you going out of your comfort zone to do something, whether or not the outcome will be good or bad.
Exactly. So, there are many examples that we can use. When you dare yourself to step outside your comfort zone, when you, in our previous video, we dared ourselves to go on rides, to go places where we were scared of our own heights, where we tried to break the cycle of being in scare all the freaking time. Mm-hmm. And then there are other forms of it to where you could be playing a game such as Truth or Dare, and somebody dares you to do something, and you either fall through with it or you fall back on it.
Definitely. Obviously, not everything is worth being daring for, because at the end of the day, your life and your safety are the most important things, which is something that we pretty much try to talk about and uplift on this channel for the most part. There's nothing wrong with daring to be different, daring to be outgoing, daring to
be yourself,
being true to who you are, no matter what anyone else thinks, because at the end of the day, guess what? They don't live your life, you do. Yes. And no matter what opinions people give you, at the end of the day, whatever thing you do is something you have to live with and not them.
Exactly. So, what are ways and things that we can do to dare ourselves to do better?
One, something very simple. Just changing your mindset. Duh. Also, just doing things you have not done yet. Explore the things of the world, whether it be food, culture,
leaving the bird's nest even.
There you go. How about this? Maybe moving to another city and or state, because a lot of people who usually stay in their hometowns usually don't. They don't branch out. They don't do anything. They don't know nothing outside of the only thing that they know.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, yeah, because we spend so much time being comfortable, we stop daring ourselves to do things that we normally are not going to do. When
you get lost. You just become another part of whatever it is,
whatever system that fits, or either category or system that fits the description as much as possible. Like my own sexual orientation is a way to dare myself to be true, because there were many times where I put myself on the back burner to take care of everybody else's needs and everybody else's expectations, and never really daring myself to be me, because I was afraid of the way people would think of me or treat me just because of my differences. And the thing about that is, it took, I'd say, about high school, where you'll get to a point where you're fed up, you're tired of it, you're sick and tired of always being in that safe zone and never really venturing out to do something. So you go like, screw it, you know what? I'm tired of doing everything else for everybody else. I dare myself to go out there and be myself. I'm going to be proud that my orientation is open and honest with other people. If you ask me the question, I'll be honest and tell you. If you don't ask me the question, I'm not going to tell you nothing. But it doesn't mean that I'm not open about who I am.
Yeah, that just means that everything is not for everybody, and what's understood doesn't have to be told.
To every single person.
To everybody, and I think that's
the truth. Dare to be yourself. It could be like in situations where you've been in a relationship before and you've had some pretty bad ones, and then you dare to get with someone that's out of what you're normally comfortable with when it comes to, dating outside your race or dating outside your type, and you never know, they might not be what you were always looking for in the sense of your type.
But they might be for you, and you won't know unless you try something different. You're never gonna know, and I think that's a big.
It's like compared to what you want and what you need. Something that you want is a type.
Of course.
Something that you need is something that you never expected that you wanted.
Never say never.
Hey.
Yeah, definitely. Daring yourself
it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. It's very tough on you because you don't know the outcome, and I think that's probably the most frustrating part, is because you may want to do something, but you don't know if it's going to turn out the way you want it to, or if it's going to end in a negative way. But honestly, the only way you're going to know is if you do it.
Try it. You never know.
I would rather you fail trying to do it than you not do it and always wonder what would have happened. Exactly. And that's even with myself. I'm doing things that I, would rather fail trying than just sit around and just shoulda, coulda, woulda, and hope and want something to happen. Nothing's gonna happen if you don't make it happen, and that's just what it is.
So, like, what, for example, do you say that you have dared yourself to do things that are normally out of your comfort zone? You can give some examples.
A good one was me doing music. Obviously I love music, and that was something I was doing, and I put it on the back burner, and I was scared. I was scared to do it, but I did it, and a lot of people liked it. Some people did, some people didn't, but at the same time, I did it for me because that's what I wanted to do. Me doing YouTube, that's another thing. And right now, I'm working on two. Actually, I'm in the process of working on 3 different channels that I have right now, which is my channel, personal channel, my channel that I have with AB over here, and y'all just gonna have to find out about the other channel when you see it. So that's just that. But at the same time, I'm getting out my comfort zone. I'm doing things that I wanted to do, whether it works or it doesn't. Because at the end of the day, I will only be mad at myself for not doing what I want to do, because I let the fear of not being expressive, not going out after what I want to do, hold me back. That's the worst thing you can ever do, is hold yourself back from not doing what you want to do because you're afraid. It's okay to be afraid. It's different. You're going to be scared, but guess what?
Make sure you take accountability while you're doing it too.
That too, because you can't blame nobody but you if you don't ever get to where you want to, because that's your fault, not no one else's.
Another thing that we can include in this is, I know we used this as an example from a prior video, but
Mm-hmm.
ways that I have dared myself to be different in the earlier stages of me being a shy individual who wasn't really outspoken about the way he feels. I always hold everything in.
Mm-hmm.
As an adult now, it's a lot easier for me to express myself because I've come to realize whenever I talk to somebody, I
Mm-hmm.
have my moments of stutter, I have my moments of basically tripping over my own feet when it comes to just moving all the way about. I'm so used to just trying to control everything that I do
Mm-hmm.
that I never gave myself a chance to let my body just grow out to be what it needs to be, and even mentally for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I have to learn to communicate with people better, it's the best way I can really dare myself to do things that I'm not normally comfortable with. Because, what's up?
You just made me think of something that I totally forgot about.
Which is,
Um, I have a really bad list. It's not. I mean, I can't hide it. I can't say certain words because of just not like talking in front of people because of that, and I was very insecure about the way that I talked because of it.
yeah,
And
anxiety too, right?
I didn't really have anxiety. I just didn't want to talk to people
Yeah.
because I knew that they were gonna make fun of me, and
Oh, so
people did make fun of me.
you were self-conscious. Okay.
Basically, yes. And I've done music with this list. I've got a YouTube channel with this list. I've got two YouTube channels with this list. I game with this. I play video games. I get up on the mic and all this stuff. And this is something that I had to get out. I had to get out of my own comfort zone, and I had to like look at myself and be like, hey, yeah, you may have this, but guess what? If you go back, I'm about to put some of y'all on some game. Some of y'all young people. All right, if you go back and you listen to Chris Brown's first album, his first album that he dropped, you can hear him. You can hear his list that he has. And he was so confident when he did his music then. But you listen to his music now, you would never know that he had a lisp or a speech impediment.
Yes.
It's all about you going out there and getting what you want and not letting anyone or yourself stop you
from continuing on. The other thing that I want to place into this, there are so many different forms of dare. I mean, like, hey, I played Jenga. You play the game and drunk Jenga, so every time that you pull
no. I just know what Jenga is, but I never played it.
Well, basically, it's like build a block, except you take a block.
Yeah, I know what it is. I just never played it.
Oh, well, girl, let me tell you something. We played Truth or Dare on there. And there are some of those on there that'll just be like, you know what, I'm just going to take a drink and I just dare myself, and that's it.
Okay, first off, I'm going to just tell you something right here, right now. Look, the only time that it comes to a dare that I'm more than likely going to turn out is when it comes to Uno, because I ain't picking up the whole deck. I'm sorry. I ain't picking up no, I'm not picking up that deck, because look, cards, you going to be picking up the deck. Okay?
But the thing about it is, like, if you play with a group of friends, and you guys are, comfortable enough to say either you're going to dare to do this thing that this game that we're playing, or you're daring yourself to, approach that person that you really care about. Here's the thing about it: the buildup for it is so much. Sometimes I have very high emotional anxiety or fears, or I'm very self-conscious about who I am. So it's like, if it doesn't go the way I think it is, I'm not going to go through with it. I'm not going to actually do it. And that's one of the processes of building yourself up to do something.
Yeah.
So I don't expect anybody to do it right away. I don't expect anybody to sit there and have all the answers in that moment. The whole point of growth is when you go get that new job and you make new coworkers that turned out to be your friends, and then you're daring to step outside your comfort zone and get to this new place. Even when you have a job that's where you're fed up, you're tired of it, but you're still here. I've had a job where I couldn't stand it for the longest time, and for whatever freaking reason, I stayed. I just kept staying instead of just actually leaving.
It's your comfort. I ain't gonna talk too much on that, but I can understand that. sometimes, daring means that you also just have to know when to leave a situation. And that does not make you a coward. That's because you leave. Too. That makes you smart. Yes. Okay? You want to know why it makes you smart? Because you're getting yourself up out the problem and you're solving the problem for yourself. And you are not giving the person or whoever else the satisfaction of whatever it is they are trying to get from you. Any type of negative energy or whatever. You are leaving. You are putting that behind you and you are doing what you need to.
Yeah, because some people can get in your face or kind of hit a part of you that strikes a nerve to get you to do something that you normally wouldn't do in front of other people, or you wouldn't show that side of you. When you dare yourself to say, you know what, I'm not going to take it a step further because I value not only myself, but the things around me that I don't want to lose just because of one simple issue that I have. Whether it is with the individual, whether it is a certain moment in your day that just made you feel bad for a moment, but you treat it as like the whole day was horrible. Oh, and that's silly to do that.
Oh, and best believe it. If you give them what they want, they're going to be happy because they got exactly what they wanted from you. And either way it goes, whether if you give them what they want or you don't give them what they want, they're still going to say whatever they're going to say. Because if you give them what they want, then everybody's going to talk about it. If you don't give them what they want, then they're still going to talk about it. And they're going to be like, oh, you just scared. You this, you that. No, I'm not scared. I'm smart. Okay, I'm removing myself. I don't got time for this, and I don't got time to be dealing with whatever it is you're trying to make me deal with, because that ain't for me. Also another thing of daring is you going to fill out that job application, you going to fill out that college application that you wanted to go to, you probably leaving the job that you don't like to try to better yourself for another opportunity. If you are someone and you are in love with this person, proposing to them, or
just proving that you're going to be committed to them, unlike the persons that they were with before you.
If you need a sign, this is it. I don't have a sign to hold, but this is it. I'm telling you. If you need a sign for anything, no matter, I don't care what it is. If you're trying to do something in your life and you are afraid to take that step, this is your sign to do.
You're already breathing. It's just about moving. Doing something, finding, like she was saying earlier, a solution to everything. Because there can be a big problem in your life and you don't know how to handle it, but like we were saying, during those experiences you can grow and learn from it. One of those things is learning how to, as we said earlier, leave the bird's nest. You gotta learn how to cook, because you gotta dare yourself to make mistakes. Look,
as long as you don't burn the kitchen down. Alright.
Okay, I didn't burn the kitchen down, but it was pretty black in there, and then I hurt my stomach a couple times, and I look, through a lot of daring myself to eat food that I'm not gonna waste. My stomach was hurting a lot, but heck, it was worth it because it taught me if I want to make these dishes right, I gotta fix what I'm doing. But the only way you gotta start somewhere.
You gotta start somewhere. I mean, I'm not gonna say practice makes perfect because there's no such thing as perfect. But the only way you're ever gonna get anywhere is that you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to believe in yourself, whether it works or it doesn't. At least you tried, and that's the most important thing.
Yes.
If you don't try, then oh well. I mean, you out of luck because you didn't try. You probably missed a big opportunity for yourself because you didn't do it, and now you're probably beating yourself up because you knew you missed the opportunity.
And don't lag on that.
And the only thing that you're gonna do is just keep replaying in your head, man, I could have did this. Yeah, you could have, but it's gone. So now what are you gonna do?
Oh, that was
what are you going to do now that is gone? I mean, it's tough. It's tough. It's easier said than done. Because we're so comfortable always doing things the way that we know how. But you will never live until you break that. You have to break that. If you're not doing anything that's challenging for you, then what are you doing? Because the best things in life that you will honestly appreciate and value are the things that you worked the most hard for. If let's say hypothetically AB was to give me a nice watch or something, right? Yes, I'd be like, oh man, this is a great watch. This and that. It would mean something to me because it gave it to me. But it would mean more to me if I had bought it myself because I worked hard for it.
You notice the blood, sweat, and tears that you had to do in order for you to get what you want. It does become frustrating when you feel like you're broke, but in truth, you're wealthy because the internet is still on because you paid that bill. The lights are on because you paid that one off. You have a home for yourself that you can call your own. The water is still running. The people that you associate yourself with, maybe
still
not
something of your own. I
still
think daring is that we have to learn how to let go. And yes, I'm gonna say it. You gotta learn how to let people go too. Whether it be people who you're close to, it doesn't matter if it's family, it doesn't matter if it's friends, it doesn't matter if you've known this person for 10, 15 years. If this person is a detriment to you, let them go. It's gonna be hard. And it's gonna be tough for you to function without this person. But if they are no good for you, you gotta let them go. You gotta cut them off because they're not gonna do nothing but bring you down.
Blood is thicker than water. Water is easy to down.
You can say blood is thicker than water.
Doesn't mean like you need to stick around.
Please, blood does not mean that anyone is owed any type of loyalty. I don't care how blood y'all relate. I don't care if it's your sister, brother, mother, cousin. If this person is not good for you, then leave them.
Oh yeah, you got to
leave them because you're not doing nothing but holding you back.
Yes.
Holding you back. Mm-hmm. And you're going to be listening to them and doing what they want you to do. And now you're mad because you're not where you want to be because you've been listening to them and you missed out on opportunities that you could have had.
Exactly.
This ain't happened to me, but I've seen some people who have gotten their lives semi-ruined because of their own family and or friends.
I've had similar experiences with friends who went through those experiences. I've actually helped out people throughout, and I got to a point where I had to let some people go to where
it's gonna be tough.
It was hard.
It's tough. But believe me, once that weight is lifted off your shoulders, you're gonna feel like a whole new person. You're gonna feel like you walking on air. I'm trying to tell you, like it's like a breath of fresh air. You know, I think another one that we really need to touch on is daring to, if you really want to go, if you really want to do something and you really want something, go start that business. Yep. Go start that business. Go start doing what you need to for yourself. Mm-hmm. Because so many people, they be like, oh, I gotta wait for this and I gotta wait for that. And guess what? We don't even got the best equipment for our channel, but we still doing it.
Yeah.
We working with a piece of everything, okay? And we still out here.
Look, you see that? Look at the top left corner. I've been looking at that, and you know what? We still gonna keep going. But at the same time,
we're doing it. We didn't wait for the perfect time. Nope. We didn't be like, okay, well, we had to get some things, but we don't still have everything put together. We're getting things as we go.
Yes.
And that's the thing. There's not gonna be a perfect opportunity for you to start something because you keep on waiting for that perfect opportunity. It's gonna pass you by.
It's like a perfect opportunity, a perfect person.
You gotta test the weather, all the stars gotta be aligned.
Yeah, it's like all that perfection.
There is no such thing as perfection. You wanna know why? And I'm gonna tell you why. There's no such thing as perfection because if you feel something is perfect, you're gonna wanna outdo it. How do you outdo perfect? You can't. So there's no such thing.
Yep, you stay stagnant. But you guys, take this opportunity to sit and think about what we said. Make sure you take good care of yourselves. Make sure you can find a way to change your mindset and get where you need to go. Sometimes you just have to take that dare in order to get that opportunity to come to you. Sometimes you got to go out and get that opportunity. But whatever the case might be, you will do the best that you can with the best of your abilities. Love and cherish who you have. Appreciate the life that you've been given. Look at yourself at a wealthy standpoint and say, I love you in the mirror every single day.
Oh, that was so sweet. Hey, side note real quick. Daring. If you know that it is something bad, don't do it. If you know that it's not going to end well, don't do it. Don't make a stupid decision because you want to impress people. Or because you feel like you got something to prove. You don't got nothing to prove to nobody. The only thing you got to prove to anybody is something to yourself.
Exactly.
That's it. Everybody else can go kick rocks. And that's it. Let me get out.
AB.Marley out. Hey, peace.
That's on my list. That's just what it is.
Hey, it's your brother AB.Marley here.
And it's your girl Nevaeh.
Woo.
Alright, y'all. If you are new here,
welcome.
And if you're not, welcome back.
Do one half or one half. Don't do both.
Hey.
I had a brain fart for the first one, so when you did it, I was like, okay.
Well, because it was.
Yeah, it's a habit.
We flipped it. Just keep going. Oh shit! Did we delete it? I don't think we deleted it. No matter. Whatever.
All right, we'll just start over. Give it. What's up, bitch? It's AB.Marley here.
So you just
give it a couple minutes. Get the laughter out.
Get the ignorant. Do the intro while I'm just fixing myself.
Well, fix yourself.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself. All right. Yeah.